Hi there, I'm Dawn Dancing Otter. I'm the founder and the principal teacher of the Alchemist Path International Shamanic Academy, and you can find out more about that at www.dancingotter.ca.
My name is Dave Bachan Singh, or Michael Bowling, and I am a recently graduated teacher of the Alchemist Path. Exploration around the quantum body is really bringing together for the first time the worlds of spirituality and science, and showing how the two integrate with one another in a way that is actually cohesive, where one is forming the underlying structure of the other, rather than these two things being in competition with one another. So we're moving away from this perspective where we have science on one side and spirituality on the other, and they're both attempting to define things in different ways. So to really just bring this to life in a way that you can find tangibly, the quantum body is, in spirituality or shamanism, what science refers to as the torus. So the torus is spelled T-O-R-U-S, and you can do a quick little Google search right now for images on what a torus looks like. And it actually has a mathematical formula associated with it, so that what it looks like is essentially a donut shape. So we start with a donut. We have a hole that travels up through the middle, and the way that energy moves through this construct is for it to move up through the middle, and all of that energy opens at the top, moving all the way around, coming back up through the center. So you might not exactly be able to see that through my hand demonstration here, but if you look up a model of how energy flows through a torus, you'll start to see how these concepts relate to one another. So we have this object where, first of all, it doesn't have a beginning, a middle, and an end. It is a self-contained mechanism where energy simply flows through it constantly, consistently, in a closed loop. So we have this energy system that is contained, self-contained, that also acts as a blueprint. And a blueprint is the key word here, in that the torus is actually the fundamental blueprint for all life in our universe. So the same way that energy flows through the tiniest of organisms, through single cells, energy is flowing through those cells in the patterning of the torus. Now, when we get into larger life forms, like, say, trees or mountains, planets, stars, galaxies, and even universes, we notice that on the macroscopic scale, these also have the same underlying flow of energy that's moving in that toroidal form. So when we go back to ancient cultures who were originally exploring alchemy through shamanic practice, we see that this flow of life, this torus, is actually the underlying blueprint that's found in all creation. So it's quite a fascinating thing. It's a very, very amazing field of study, in that we can start to look at the old phrase, as above, so below. And that phrase has been very esoteric for many thousands of years. And now when we start to bring these concepts together in the quantum body using the torus, we can see that it's actually a fact. As we were created down here below, so has all matter, all energy been created based on that same blueprint. As stars were created, so were the tiniest of cells and plants. It's all derived of that same flow of energy. Now, one of the fascinating things that we see when we go back into more ancient civilizations is there were often depicted these symbols along the walls, symbols that would show up looking like the flower of life. The flower of life is actually a patterning of many different toruses, all linked together into one greater flowing torus. So what that shows is that individually we have an energy field that flows as its own torus, and it's actually possible to have more than one torus operating within that system. So we can have a torus within a torus within a torus within a torus, which is actually what leads us to the multidimensional nature of our reality. So we have the torus as the blueprint for how that energy is flowing, but then the different levels of energetic density determine the different layers of reality within that mechanism. So to bring this all right inside into us as the mechanism, we currently have a physical, tangible body, and we have an energetic body that is facilitated by that flow of energy through the toroidal field. Now, we have all sorts of different subtle energies built within us. We have the energies of thoughts, we have the energies of emotions, and within those different definitions, we also have different levels of vibrational energy associated with each. We have high vibrational emotional energy, we have low vibrational emotional energy, and all of those energies interact and coalesce with one another in this same formation of the torus. So the torus in shamanism is something that we can actually explore personally when we move into the world of shamanic journey and even into the realms of meditation. We can learn to use our breath work and to calm the body's vibrational state down to the point where we can then begin to observe what that energy flow feels like, what it looks like, and then we can begin to do some of the more subtle work in that place. And before we wrap up this video today, I'll just add that it's been very, very widely speculated that the flow of energy through the toroidal mechanism is actually what is creating the field of conscious awareness.
Wow. Way to end on a massive boom. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
All right. For more information on any of the Alchemist Path teachings, again, you can find me and the school at www.dancingotter.ca, and you can find this man's work at
www.acorns2oaks.ca, and that's ACORNS numeral 2 OAKS.ca.
And I'll put those links in the comment section or in the about section. Please like or subscribe if you want to hear more from us. Have a wonderful day or evening wherever you're at. Sat Nam.
Sat Nam.